voters in 4 ridings spread across the country go to the polls Monday in federal byelections that will provide a midterm report card on Justin Trudeau's Liberal government and present another tough electoral test for Conservative leader Andrew Scheer. 2 of the ridings holding byelections in Ontario and Newfoundland and Labrador were last held by Liberals. The other 2 ridings, in Saskatchewan and British Columbia, were won by the Conservatives in 2015. The by-election contests are happening in. The Liberals are expected to hold onto the Ontario and Newfoundland and Labrador seats, while the Conservative seat in rural Saskatchewan is also a stronghold for the incumbent party. But the BC riding of South Surrey White Rock will be hotly contested between the 2 parties, putting Scheer at risk of suffering a second by-election loss as leader. As the New Democrats did not put up strong results in 2015 in any of the 4 ridings, they are unlikely to play a significant role. Nevertheless, NDP leader Jagmeet Singh will be assessed in part by how his party performs in these first by-election campaigns to be called after he became leader. 2 earlier contests occurred just weeks after he won the party's leadership on October 1. The outcome of the 4 by-elections will not have any major impact on the next general election to be held in 2019. But there are nevertheless some things to watch that could provide clues as to how the parties are doing with the electorate today and what that might mean for 2019. Both Trudeau and Scheer have visited South Surrey White Rock twice, highlighting the importance both leaders are placing on this suburban seat southeast of Vancouver. Diane Watts, who resigned as a Conservative MP to run for the leadership of the BC Liberal Party, won the riding by just 2.5 points in 2015. But despite the close margin 2 years ago, South Surrey White Rock has been a stronghold for the Conservatives and its predecessor parties since the 1970s. This time, the Conservatives are putting forward former MP Carrie Lynn Findlay, who represented an adjacent riding before her defeat in 2015. The by-election will test the Liberals' prospects in British Columbia, one of just 2 provinces along with Quebec in which the party has more support today than it did on election night in 2015. The Liberals have put forward a high-profile candidate in Gordie Hogg, who represented the provincial riding of Surrey White Rock as a BC Liberal MLA for 20 years. Polls suggest support in BC has swung enough between the Liberals and Conservatives to overturn the 2.5-point margin from 2 years ago. Another loss here for Scheer would be the second under his leadership after his party failed to hold the formerly Conservative seat of Lac Saint Jean, Q. in an October by-election. Like South Surrey White Rock, the contest in the Toronto riding of Scarborough-Agincourt will also gauge the suburban vote. The Liberals' Arnold Chan won the seat, a very safe Liberal riding in the 1990s and 2000s, by 14 points in 2015. Chan died earlier this year and his widow, Jean Yip, is the Liberal candidate.